गुड इवनिंग एंड वेलकम बैक टू पैसा बोलता है। पैसा बोलता है में आपका स्वागत है। एक स्टॉक के बारे में मैंने बहुत बात ही नहीं किया है। ये एक सब अच्छा बैंक है, बेहतरीन बैंक है, लेकिन कई सालों से इसका कोई ग्रोथ नहीं हुआ है। कोई शेयर का प्राइस में इतना इजाफा नहीं हुआ है जो होना चाहिए था। मैं कोटक महिंद्रा के बारे में बात करता हूँ। आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट Kotak Mahindra Bank. Kotak Mahindra Bank has not done well at all in the stock market, and its results have also been very disappointing. This is because Uday Kotak is an extremely defensive and a conservative player. This has helped him avoid many pitfalls over the years. He is one of the first to get a banking license when non-banking finance companies were given banking license. Still, he has a substantial stake, much above the RBI limit in Kotak Mahindra Bank, and Uday Kotak has been synonymous with Kotak. But he has spent 20 years, that is the maximum time the Reserve Bank of India can give the head of any private bank. And he has also got a special waiver in amount of holding stock as a promoter in Kotak Mahindra Bank. He has now been designated as a promoter director who is non-independent and who will continue in the board. This is a special gift to him by the RBI. Previous successful bankers like Ramesh Sodbi have not been allowed to continue, nor has Aditya Puri been allowed to continue in HDFC Bank. He had to completely cut off his links with HDFC Bank once his time was over. What is the problem in Kotak Mahindra Bank is after the big bang acquisition of ING Vaisya, he has not really grown at the pace at which HDFC Bank or even ICICI Bank lately after the outset of Chanda Kochar and cleaning up of its books. Uday Kotak has been extremely defensive. The only notable venture that he has launched is the 811 account, in which he is trying to convert a portion of his bank into a digital bank. Along the way, the IndusInd Bank, which was lagging Kotak by a huge margin, has now caught up. Though its credit growth is not been as strong as the rest of the peers, the gap between IndusInd Bank and Kotak Bank has declined to 4%. This was because IndusInd Bank has grown its deposit base by 61%, while Kotak has hardly budged. The credit growth in IndusInd has not happened because it has had legacy issues, especially when it lent money to Z. It also lent money to DHFL and all the major defaulters. It has recovered money from Z by a recent court case where Z was forced to settle the money to IndusInd Bank. So IndusInd Bank has now got out of that phase and will soon start to grow its credit portfolio and catch up with Kotak Mahindra. So if Kotak Mahindra does not move quickly, it may become the fifth largest bank. The real issue in Kotak Mahindra Bank is who is going to be the next CEO, because there are two major contenders, both South Indians, Mani and Shanti Ekambaram. Mani is already a whole-time director and Shanti Ekambaram is expected to be elevated shortly. One of the two will take the corner office as expected in the market circles. But of course, Uday Kotak also has hired a foreign consulting firm to help him hire a CEO. Sooner or later, they have to find a CEO because the cutoff date is August 2023. The new person, if it's either two of them, will have a long innings in Kotak Mahindra because both of them are 59 and will have 11 years at the helm, and they will define what will be the future of the bank. There is also Jay Kotak, the son of the promoter, who is slowly climbing the ladder in Kotak Mahindra Bank. He has not been pushed up very fast and his progress has been slow and methodical. Today is the co-head of 811, which is the account I talked about. Uday Kotak applied with RBI for a separate digital bank license, which would be a mini bank under Kotak Mahindra. That application is on hold and looks like will not be cleared, and therefore 811 is an effort to catch people who are not used to banking and bring them into the banking fold. But this will give them low cost deposits. But the real problem for Uday Kotak is he has been very defensive. His NPAs are in control. But during the COVID pandemic and the period just before that, he has not been an aggressive lender. His net interest margin is extremely high. He was profiting by lending to retail clients at high NIMs. But HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank at the top end, and IDFC Bank at the bottom end are putting pressure on him. HDFC Bank has been focused only as a retail bank and has taken out all the corporate salary accounts and employees and credit cards and personal loans for them. Retail represents a huge chunk of HDFC Bank's asset portfolio. When the merger with HDFC is complete and the books are cleaned, it will also inherit India's largest housing finance company and its book that has the best quality of housing loans. So every 2 to 3 years, a new Kotak Mahindra Bank will be added to the HDFC Bank kitty. In this situation, it is very important that the new CEO of Kotak Mahindra moves very fast. The bank is now trading at 1,868 rupees approximately. It's 26 times earnings, several times book, and there is uncertainty hanging over it. Uday Kotak is, of course, a shrewd operator and will definitely make the right moves. But for a retail investor like you and me, it's a stock that we better avoid. Because if you get into the stock at this time, the chances of returns over the next 5 years look bleak. Rather, I buy HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank in dips for the high end exposure. Buy IDFC First Bank, Federal Bank at the bottom because Federal Bank's CEO has been extremely aggressive and its price to earnings ratio and price to book ratio look attractive. So I rather buy where my management is certain. Vaidyanathan is not going away anywhere for next 15 years. So IDFC First will make rapid strides and Federal Bank will also make big gains in this period. Of course, we are holding on to Karnataka Bank, which has been a long-term favorite. So this gives us a planks at the bottom end, and at the top end, of course, we are targeting HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank at dips. It is sad, but better to give a miss to Kotak Mahindra Bank at this time. Thank you for watching Paisa Bolta Hai. If you like the content, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for your support for Paisa Bolta Hai.